It's Sunday, the 19th of November. Here is the news. The Israeli army today cancelled a planned air raid on the home of a Gaza militant after several hundred Palestinians barricaded themselves inside the building. A spokesman vowed Israel would continue its strikes against militants and accused gunmen of using the civilians in the camp as human shields.
That's the sort of news we hear about Israel most days a week. News of fighting between Jews and Palestinians. But in this Israeli school, Palestinian and Jewish teachers work together, teaching in both Hebrew and Arabic. Of course, there are conflicts here, but they're sorted out by talking, not fighting. It's the oldest of only 4 schools like it in the whole country. In Hebrew, it's called Neve Shalom, in Arabic, Wahat al-Salam, and in English, Oasis of Peace.
الكل كتب محيط أطلنطي. طيب افتحوا لي على خارطة العالم يلا بدنا نعمل الفعالية. مين بده يقول؟
Reem Nashef is the home teacher for grade 5. She's an Arab and she teaches in Arabic. Hezi Schuster is Reem's grade 5 co-teacher. He's Jewish and teaches in Hebrew. He and Reem translate each other so the children hear the lesson in both languages. It's just one of the unique features of the school. We followed Reem and Hezi and their grade 5 students for what became a very busy week. There were school council elections and the children were preparing for an end-of-week concert, A Star is Born.
كل اثنين باخذوا برتقانتين. برتقانة للتقشير وبرتقانة للفلق.
The oranges are an imaginative teaching resource for a geography class about the way the world is divided.
ותקראו מה שכתוב. תסתכלו על התפוז. בכל תפוז, כמובן הוא עגול, נכון? ויש לו חלק. My parents came from Europe, but I was born in a very poor neighborhood in Jerusalem, where all the people were from the east, and all the food that we were eating and all the music, it was all Arabic. The Arab and the Eastern culture is talking to me much more than the European culture.
إذا باخد هاي وبقصها هلا هيك. شو هذا بيكون؟
I was born in Tul Karim to a father that taught English. And he was separated from his parents in 1948 when he was very young. And we came back. We were the first Palestinians to get the permission to come back to the homeland. I started school in Saudi Arabia. I was in one of the American Arab Oil Company schools. And I liked the way they taught. It was in a fun and free way they taught us. And when I came back to schools here, they were so traditional and so strict, and it was hard for me. So I decided if I do become a teacher, I'll make life easier for children.
أسكان بدك تقص الثانية هيك هلا بترجع لك السكينة نخون؟
قصة بالمسطرة هاشم تغير الشتاء سرقين
ואחד שמים את הדגש על מזרח מערב. צפון, דרום, מזרח, מערב.
סכינה, סכינה, סכינה. כן. מה זה?
עכשיו, מי יגיד לי איזה צד יותר טעים בתפוז? הצד הצפוני או הצד הדרומי?
Just as the learning resources are being put to good use, the class is interrupted. It's a bit like that in this school. Grade 6 student Reem Arafat is Palestinian, but she's going to speak to the children in both Arabic and Hebrew.
اسمعوها كمان مرة لو سمحتوا تفضلي
لازم تروحوا هلا على اللوبي عشان تنقوا تصوتوا للولد أو للبنت بمجلس الطلاب ومجلس الرياضة ومجلس الجريدة.
It looks quite ordinary, but it's anything but. There are only 4 schools in the whole of Israel where Arabic and Hebrew are given equal status.
للوبي كي أتم أخشب بخرين متى بفضات كيتا
واحد أو وحدة بنت أو ولد بدكم تورجوا قديش إحنا صف بنتصرف
מי שמנקה את השולחן שלו יכול ללכת.
وين السكاكين؟ ممنوع تسيبيهم.
But before the voting, there are the hustings.
كل صف خامس لأنه ساكتين صف أول كتير شاطرين زقفة كبيرة لصف أول زقفة كبيرة لقلنا الخامس وثالث أوكي نحن רוצים להתחיל מועצת תלמידים مش מעוניין שיעלה
هوني مثلا من صف خامس رح أطلعكم من الدروس رح نعمل كتير أشياء حلوة فعاليات
أول إشي مرحبا لكل طلاب مدرستي وحدة السلام. التوجه إلي بأي مساعدة أو مشكلة أو رأي أو اقتراح. שלום לכל תלמידי בית ספרי נווה שלום. קוראים לי דועה אזברגה, תלמידה בכיתה ח' מילוט.
The whole school together, a perfect opportunity for children to speak in both languages.
אם אתם חושבים שמגיע לי להיות ראש מועצת התלמידים, תבחרו בי. תודה.
In 1948, the valley below the school was the scene of some of the bitterest fighting of the war between Jews and Palestinians. Jewish people were fighting to secure an independent Jewish state. It was a time when many Palestinians fled or were driven from their homes. Homes to which they have almost always been prevented from returning. The teachers at this school are some of the sons and daughters of that generation.
I see from 5th grade I have 2 that want to be in the Students' Council, and then you have 3rd grade, then 2nd grade also want to be. In the newspaper, it's written both in Arabic and Hebrew. I have Nir and Hamza want to be in the newspaper council.
أزيد شو اسمه غير أحاول أكثر دروس أكثرهم.
He said that I would like to, for the Students' Council, I'd like to change the music of the bell. He'll do that for the children, for the school. He also said that I would want to make more Arabic lessons because lots of Arabs, I'm proud of him now, lots of Arabs speak more in Hebrew, so I'm going to try to solve the Arabic problem in the class. And I want to encourage the children to study more.
With grade 5s voting over, it's back to the classroom, or rather to 2 classrooms because the grade splits. The Jewish children are learning Arabic with Fetan Abdul Halim, one of the school's specialist teachers.
Okay, شو كمان؟ أنا יכולה להגיד ככה, اليوم, تקשיבו טוב, اليوم في مدرسة واحد السلام كان في عنا فعالية فنية. مين عنده استعداد يعيد الجملة اللي حكيتها بالعربي؟
في اليوم في مدرسة واحد السلام كانت فعالية فنية.
Next door, Nadira Hamad is teaching the Arab children a song for Thursday's concert. Later, they'll teach the song to their Jewish classmates. In the concert itself, each grade has to perform in Arabic.
It's a famous Arabic song. Because we have Arab people and Jewish people, I told myself that I must make made words or write words which belongs to each people, to the two kinds of people. So I wrote the words, and this is the first time for me to tell them the song. Home time, and tomorrow grade 5 will be working on a project about the idea of home. Most Arab and Jewish children in Israel live in separate villages or towns, so it can be a sensitive subject.
Until now, we were talking in the class about houses, and now we want them to start describing their own houses.
So we built a program for the children to talk about houses emotionally, about houses in history or all over the world, and houses and their dream house or religious houses or whatever ideas they would come up will take on and from then on continue. And now today we're going to make them imagine, tell us about their dream house.
This lesson about homes has a significance we're not used to in the UK. During the Holocaust, millions of Jews lost their homes and their lives, and Palestinians lost their homes to Israelis in the 48 war.
شو شكل لأنه هذيك المرة حكينا إحنا إنه إيش يعني بيعني البيت إلي مزبوط وقلنا البيت هو محبة البيت هو دافي البيت يعني زتتوا لي كتير كلمات صح؟
יש לכם, ראיתם בתים מיוחדים שאתם רוצים לספר לנו?
בית חשב.
بيت خشب.
אמרו, בית חשב זה בית אבן.
لا خشب.
עץ.
ساحرة في إحنا عنا عامي وتامي بالعربي. شو اسمها بالعربي؟
جميلة وجميل.
جميلة وجميل.
جميلة وجميل. هنزل وجريتل.
بالعربي هنزل وجريتل بالإنجليزي. قبل حتى. قديش داي الخازي؟ قديش داي الوقت؟ أنا أقول لهم شو بيتي؟
מה את אומרת? יש לך?
مش عارفة.
احكي
بدي بيت يكون كبير.
בית גדול.
بدي بيت ما يتوسخش ولا مرة.
שלא מתלכלך אף פעם.
ولا بتكركب ولا مرة.
ולא, מה? וואלה כמן?
يتكركب يتبلجان.
ואין בו בלגן אף פעם.
يعني إذا حدا بكب إشي على الأرض دغري ينضف.
אם מישהו מפיל משהו על הארץ, זה מתנקה מיד. כן? ומורידים את החולצה וזורקים על הספה, אז צ'יק צ'ק זה עף מהספה למגירה.
As well as being colleagues at work, Chezi and Reem are good friends and neighbours in the village.
We lived in Jerusalem. My husband had bought a house in Bethany, on the way to the Dead Sea. There was a declaration of the Palestinian Authority, and we were happy. We thought things would calm down. But things didn't calm down, and we had applied for it. It took us 5 years to be accepted to this village. And when they gave us the permission, yes, you have been accepted, we thought it was a good chance for the children to live quietly. When we would pass from Bethany to Jerusalem to take the children to school, it took us an hour and a half, and it's a 10-minute drive. We had to pass a lot of checkpoints and wait in line for an hour, so it was naturally that we'll accept it as soon as possible. So it's just for the kids, let's say, to make life easier for us and for the kids.